Hi community. So today I already have the cards laid out. Today I wish I did do editing. For some reason I have to figure it out. When I'm recording, my recording stops and uh it doesn't pick up again. It just stops sometimes. So it got interrupted. So you won't see the shuffle because I think this is a powerful message that needs to get out. You won't see the shuffle, but I will show you all the cards, and it came out like one behind the other. So the first one out was Divinity, right? I know my true identity, and if you look at her back, there's the chakras, right, in alignment. The next card that came out was Cleanse, Surrender, Disruption. I think that's the prettiest card in this deck. For some reason, I love the color. Anger, Consciousness, which is basically mimicking your chakra, and Rejection. Okay. So I was saying that, in Divinity, it says, I know my true identity. This reading is about aligning your chakras. It's aligning your purpose, your inner being with your purpose, moving forward. I'm gonna say we need to work basically on what I'm seeing is your root chakra, which is down by your feet. It's your root, right? It's who you are, how you stand. Um, what begins to happen is, how we show up in the world. It starts from the bottom up, right? Everything's the bottom up. The bottom is the base. The root goes up. Even when plants grow, they grow from the bottom up, right? So that's what we need to work on. Um, Sometimes I know when I do readings and I talk about chakras, I remember telling a client once that she has to work on her throat chakra. And I think she thought I meant like her voice was scratchy or something. And I explained it, of course, to her. In that case, working on your throat chakra is working on how you speak to people, how you're communicating. Your communication is blocked. You can be speaking maybe too abruptly, aggressively. People are not understanding you. They're confusing it. Message is not coming through. It's not serving your higher purpose. In this case, the root chakra is telling me that you're not showing up as you are. You're not showing up as the person you are. You're not. You need to do a cleanse. It needs to be a cleanse, a full body cleanse needs to be done. Cleanses are very simple. They can be done with water, just simple water, drinking water, but drinking, maybe 4 glasses of 8 ounces, um, and drinking it on a routine. On a routine, maybe do that in the morning before you know, before lunchtime, and then at lunchtime doing 4 more glasses until time to leave for work. But you do need a cleanse, and it's starting at your root, which is the red chakra, starting at your root. Um, you need to, when you're doing your cleanse, you also need to think about how you're showing up in the world, um, how you are walking through life. Are you gliding through life? Are you running through life? Are you walking? What's your pace through life? Okay. With the surrender card here, that's showing me that whatever the pace is you're taking, you need to surrender to a different pace. I'm getting that whoever this reading is forcing a pace. You're forcing it. This is not the pace of life that you want to go through. If it's fast, it's too fast. If it's slow, it's too slow. That kind of thing. But only you know the pace that you've set in your life. How you've planned your life. I heard you planned something. Something was planned. But the pace in which you're going is not going to meet that plan. So you have to adjust through a cleanse that could be done. Another typical cleanse is, um, you know, devoid of sound. Maybe, some headphones when you're able to be by yourself in a moment. Wait, is isolation on the bottom? No, success is. Okay. Success is on the bottom of the deck. So it'll be successful. But once you do this cleanse, again, devoid of sound is a cleanse where there's just no noise. It's just almost a deafening silence. You can, if you live in the country, you can kind of do it, but not really. It depends. You may hear like the things I have going on out here. Um, if you're in a city, you can do it. Put some headphones on, not earbuds, not the little earbuds, like actual the headphones that cover the ear. If you can even find the old school ones that cover the entire ear. I call those like the true noise canceling because they're heavy and they go over your ears. You need something like that, like an intense, you know, noise canceling, intense, old school. I'm sure you can go like to any kind of, thrift store or something and find it. But that's what you need. You need total removal, okay, in order to start your cleanse. And I would say, maybe twice a day, like twice um a week, not a day, twice a week. Um this cleanse is going to cause a disruption to your current schedule, your current pace. That's what it's meant to do. So this cleanse is supposed to disrupt, because the current pace you're on is not the pace for you. It's not. You have to disrupt it. It has to be stopped, and you have to start again, right? About face. I heard about face. Um, okay. Within that, again, you're gonna have to release some anger. Within this everything is about this cleanse here. Okay, you're gonna have to release some anger, and you're going to have to, when you're doing your cleansing, you're going to elevate to a different level of consciousness. That's what this cleanse is supposed to do. It's supposed to get you to elevate, right? To elevate yourself and to get on the right pace, right? To get on the right movement. Not saying where you are is horrible, it's just not your movement, it's not your pace. You've been on this pace for some time and it's not it. You got to get off of it. That's where rejection's coming in, right? So if you've experienced a lot of rejection lately, if you've experienced a lot of um things that should have worked out, it haven't worked out, it's because your chakras are off. So you're not attracting the elements that you're supposed to. You're not attracting your opportunities because your chakras are off. Your root, especially, that one's off. The rest of them we can kind of work with, except maybe I would say the inner eye. Um, if the inner eye is off, your judgment's clouded, right? But in this case, your root chakra is off, so therefore, a lot of rejection comes through. And it's not like, I don't want you to think it's, like dire rejection. It's not that. It's things that just should have worked out and just didn't, right? Because your intention, your identity, your pace is off, your root is off, okay? All right, but we do see bottom of the deck, there is success, okay? Bottom of the deck, there is success. So once you complete this cleanse, and this cleanse, I'm seeing it's only going to be like a 4 day. Like, do a really small cleanse. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. Um, Look at some pictures. I'm seeing a person sit down looking at photos. Look at some photos. Photos of you. Photos of your family. But more importantly, photos of you. Look at photos of you during your cleansing period. And the photos hopefully will help you to reset. Not reinset. Reinset is reintroduce, basically, I was saying. Reset. It'll help you reset who you are. It'll help you maybe remember and get back on pace, you know. This reading is showing me you may have lost yourself for a little bit, but that happens, right? That happens. Okay. All right, let's get some Moonology on this, and then we are going to be done. That's it. All right, a cute little 10-minute reading. Okay. Can I have some Moonology on this, please? Can I have some Moonology on this? Look at the bigger picture, right? And I'm gonna put that with surrender and consciousness. Look at the bigger picture, right? When you do your cleanse, it's telling you to focus on the bigger picture, and that's why I was saying look at the photos of your family, photos of you, right? Get yourself back to what is important. Um, and not saying that's important to everybody. It's just when you look at the pictures, whoever you're looking at, for me it's family. For you it might be something else. Maybe you're looking at photos of your animals. I mean, I don't know. But when you're looking at those photos, because I see someone sitting down like crossed legs and looking at photos, and they have like their hand in their head and just looking at the photos, that is a part of your cleanse. That's a part of it, right? I see some people have started it already. That's your cleanse. You're surrendering to the feeling of you need to be who you were. Who am I? Where am I going to go? And how can I get back there? It's like a search is on. You're searching, right? But it's warning. The cards are telling you to look at the bigger picture, right? The pace that you're on, as I stated in the beginning of the reading, the pace that you're on is not your pace. It's not, right? That's why things are not working out, because it's not your pace. Once you finish your cleanse, and again, this is not going to be a long cleanse at all. Some people it might be a day, some people might be 4 days. I would say max is 4 days, right? But if it's 4 days, and that means you've been in this energy and your root chakra has been off for a while, right? 4 days is a very long day to do cleansing. But sometimes you may need to do that, right? Sometimes you may need the 4-day cleanse. And in this cleanse, I'm being told to say, watch your words and don't speak much, is what I'm being told to say. I don't know why. Don't speak much. I'm just hearing. Maybe because maybe you have the power of manifestation in your words. I don't know. But I'm hearing in this cleanse environment, don't speak much. It's going to cause a disruption. Your speaking is going to cause a disruption. Okay? The only way I could think your speaking could cause a disruption if you're not manifesting is it's going to cause a disruption because you're not speaking as from a true from who you are. You're speaking from who you've created, if that makes sense. So maybe the words you're going to use are not the words that you need to use. These are the words that you manufactured with this, the way you are presenting yourself. Okay, so these are not going to be words that are yours, meaning these are going to be words that people expect you to say, you know. So the only thing I can explain it like, you were a very kind person, and that's your personality, giving, kind, loving. But through the years, you've had to toughen up to the point where you are no longer kind, sweet, loving. You're not that person anymore. So this cleanse here is going to try to reverse as much of that hard, unkind, dog eat dog mentality, it's going to try to do that. And in doing it, it doesn't need you, it being the cleanse, does not need you to speak, because you're speaking words based on the persona or the person you created to survive. That's the only way I can explain this, right? So you're not speaking as your authentic self. You're speaking as the person you had to create to survive in your world. I don't know what you do for a living. It could be something like you're a manager and maybe you were not um, qualified to be the manager. So therefore, over time, you had to learn these words, learn how to speak, learn how to talk to people in a way that was intimidating so no one would question you, if that makes sense. I think that one makes a lot more sense. So, as you're cleansing, you have to stop speaking as much. Now, of course, you have to talk at work, but choose your words very wisely and answer factually, right? Don't put any of that personality that you created into it. I see when this cleanse is going to happen, you may actually lose some things. Like, I don't know about a job, but you're going to go through a lot of emotions and you may actually, I see some of you taking off, like taking a few days off to yourself because you have to deal with what's going on within you. But once this cleanse is done, hopefully your root chakra will be back and you'll be able to stand firm and you'll be able to remember who you are versus who you manufactured. Okay. So that's just very important for you to hear. You have to return to who you are. Okay. And sorry, I was just channeling something else. Um with this rejection of consciousness, right? Rejection. And then we had here consciousness. That's telling you stop thinking about what you're going to do, what you're going to say. Just do it. So I'm getting whoever this is for, you you manufactured and you had to be successful. You're very successful, right? You're very successful. Very successful. I mean, like, very. But you had to be successful. You would have been successful in this way because you rejected your consciousness, right? You did whatever it is you needed to do so that you could be this. Now it's a reset. This is what this is. It's a reset. I feel like something happened that made you go through this now. Look at the bigger picture. It's a reset going on. Yeah. This cleanse for you is a reset. It's a reset. Okay. Well, that is about it. Um, that's really everything here. I'm not gonna put any more cards on it. I'll let you look at your spread for a moment. Okay. All right, everybody. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, I know my true identity. Okay. Don't let anybody shake your root. Okay. You're not going to, because you are a powerhouse. You are a powerhouse. But approach this cleanse with an open mind. It's time. Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a great morning.